Whether it's a one-off stress, like having to give a presentation, or an ongoing stressful issue, you can create the right affirmations to support you. Affirmations are going to help you deal better with the current stress, and over time, they're going to prevent future anxiety. Hi, I'm Trish Springsteen. Welcome to Empowered Mums TV. I'm going to discuss a little bit about affirmations and how you can use those affirmations to help you overcome your stress, to manage it better, to deal with it to a certain extent. Okay, so affirmations, they're very, very powerful, and they can absolutely help you create new habits. They can help you create a vision of where you want to go and help you manifest that vision. And as I mentioned, they can help you deal with stress. Think of ways to support you when you're feeling stressful. So let's discuss 3 ways that you can make and work with affirmations to help you in that particular circumstance. The first thing, and it's the basis of everything else, you've probably heard me say this if you've been following me, you need to know yourself. In this particular case, you need to know your negative thoughts. The enemy that comes in and really creates that stress for you. So if you want to create the best affirmations for you and your situation, you need to identify all the negative thoughts that are impacting and helping to really increase that stress. You can't create good affirmations unless you know what the negativity is that you are trying to overcome, what the negativity is that's impacting on you and causing those stress levels to go up. So you need to step back. Take some deep breath, maybe do a bit of meditation, put yourself in an area where you can think about all the beliefs that are coming up when you think about your stressful event. Everything that's coming up that's hitting those stress notes and it's driving that stress higher and higher. What are all those negativity things? For example, you could be getting stressed over your presentations. This is one that I work with a lot with all my clients because that is a common thing when they get this fear of speaking and then they get to where they can overcome that fear, but they still have to deal with the stress of getting up, the stress of all that negativity that comes in. It could be that stress that comes in and gets really pushed out when you think about what happens if I freeze when I'm giving a presentation. It could be that for introverts a lot, when you're at a network meeting, not knowing what to say increases the stress levels immensely. I mean, for an introvert, going into a meeting, meeting new people, stress levels go up because I don't know what do I say? How do I make a conversation? Well, they want me to speak with you, all those things. So think about the stressful event that you've got that's really driving those stress levels up. Think about it. Then sit down and write down what are the negativity thoughts. Write down every negative thought that pops into your head. If it's presentations and thinking about freezing at your presentations or not knowing what word to say next, write it all down. What is it that you feel when it's stressing you out when you've been asked to get up and do a speech or to speak? What is it? What are all those negative thoughts that are coming in? Write them down, identify them, own them. As an introvert, going into a network meeting, going into speak with strangers in conversation, what is all those things that are triggering those stress levels on you? What is it? Is it having to make conversation? What do I say to people? The actual thought about having to approach someone and start talking can be really stressful for introverts. So think about all of those stress indicators and the thoughts that are coming in. Write every negative thought that goes down. Then own it. Own those negative thoughts and then make that decision that you're going to get rid of that negative beliefs. You're going to move away from those negative beliefs. And this is where it starts to come in the process of setting up those affirmations to help you. Because affirmations are trigger words that come in when you say those affirmations over and over. You start to own them. They're what shortcut that stress level, that shortcut that negativity thoughts. They come in and they stop it. And that's what the affirmations do. They're like a mnemonic like a change state. They interrupt your thoughts, interrupt the state that you're in. It's an interrupt, and replaces it with thoughts that you want. So once you've got all that negative energy, all those negative thoughts, and you've got them identified for that particular stressful event. So you do this every stressful event that's causing you issues. You step back, take some deep breaths, set yourself down, grab a piece of paper, write out all the negative thoughts that are impacting on that stressful event. Everything you can think of. Then you want to own them, and then you make a conscious decision to move away from those negative beliefs. And you can do a little ritual, if you like, by tearing them up, throwing them away, burning them, whatever it is you want to do. But get rid of those negative thoughts. Own them and then get rid of them, because you're going to move away from them. Now, what you want to do next then is to take each one and replace it and turn it into a positive. So you've got those negative thoughts. You're going to turn them into a positive. Where you have a negative thought, replace it with a positive thought. Where you're thinking about being, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say, replace it with a thought, I know what I'm going to say. I can say this. I can do this. I am good at remembering. Whatever it is, replace that negative thought with a positive thought, and then get rid of those negative thoughts. So when you've got that, you make some strong positive statements. And those are things that you can remind yourself. So when you're trying to think of a positive statement to counter that negative, think about a situation where it actually worked for you, and how you remind yourself of times in the past when you coped in similar situations and you coped well. So while you might be stressing about this particular presentation, you can think back and thought, oh, actually, I did one a week ago and it felt good. So replace that negative thought with the thoughts that you had when it felt good, when it worked for you, because those are the ones you want to own. Those are the ones you want to encourage, and those are the thoughts that you're going to develop into affirmations, because those positive thoughts are what you're going to develop into the affirmations. And your affirmations are going to tie back to the times when you succeeded. Remember I said it was an interrupt. So it stops the negativity. You say that affirmation, you own that affirmation. It becomes part of you. It triggers the thoughts and processes and feelings you had when everything went well for you, when you coped well, when it was not so stressful, when you were able to handle it. It replaces those feelings and those thoughts with the feelings of the affirmation and the positivity that that affirmation is tied to. Okay? Write down some encouraging phrases to get you through. Things like, if you, I'm feeling stressed, but I will be okay. I can do this. When this is over, I will be so proud of myself. Think about those positive thoughts. Now, if you're having trouble trying to match a positive to a negative, and you're thinking about, well, when did I actually work with me? Talk to some people around you. Think about that like-minded group that you are, the mindset group you're in, or mastermind group, your friends or some colleagues. They'll probably be able to give you a much better view of how, your positivity, the skills that you have, the skills that you're good at. Look, it's very common, people. We can always think of the things we don't do well. Very, very easily we can think of the things we don't do well. And I'm just like you. The first thing that comes to mind was, oh, that didn't work. Oh, that didn't work. Damn. I wish I'd done this better. But I go and talk to people and they have a different viewpoint. They say, wow, you were awesome, Trish. It worked well. I really understood where you were going. Your presentation shone. And here I am thinking it didn't work well. So when I have some thoughts that I can't put a positive thought, I go and talk to people about similar situations and come back with some of the positives that they have given back to me, the feedback. And I own those positive thoughts. They're giving me value. Don't negate what they've said to you. Own it, that their perception is different to yours. So then you write down those phrases and you develop those phrases into affirmations. And those are the affirmations that you come back and you use over and over, either to change your habit, to control a stressful situation, to bring that in so it changes that state so that you can go into a more positive mind. Now, one of the things about affirmations is they're not magic. Affirmations are awesome. Affirmations can help you change your state from your stress to being able to cope with it. Affirmations can help you change your habits. Affirmations can help you be so much better off in the universe, so much better frame of mind, ready to absorb and grow. But they are not magic. You can't just make some affirmation and think, just by saying this for 30 days, it's going to do it all by itself. It will help you, but you've got to put some effort into changing those habits. You've got to put some effort into giving a really good fertile field. I call it a fertile field. Plow the field, get it ready for those affirmations to grow in that field. It's no good having some great affirmations if you don't have a foundation to build on, if you don't have a field where you can grow that positivity from. It will just fall on stony ground and not go anywhere. It will be supported by rickety foundation and collapse. So with those affirmations, you've got to have a fertile field, a foundation. So you have to bring other things in so that the affirmations will work for you. So keep your affirmations in proportion to what you can do and how you feel. Don't make it too wow out there, because if you can't own that affirmation, it's not going to work for you. It's just going to be words. It's got to be part of something that you can own and work and grow with you. If they're too ambitious, it's only going to make you feel more anxious than before. If they're too over the top, you're going to think, well, I can't even do that. So what is the use of having an affirmation which is triggering a negative thought? You want your affirmations to trigger positive thoughts. So make them realistic. Make them part of what you want. Because if the affirmation doesn't work, you're going to blame the affirmation. You're going to feel even worse than before, and you're going to increase your stress levels. So have that fertile ground, have that solid foundation that those affirmations can build on and grow on. So make them realistic. Link them to your positive thoughts, things that you know that will work for you. So if you're anxious about public speaking, when you're getting up, your affirmations will help you more if you know you have done everything possible to be prepared. Solid foundation, fertile ground. So an affirmation that says, I can do this, I am a great speaker, is not going to work unless you give yourself some solid foundations or fertile ground of some techniques and strategies to help you get there. When you've got those techniques and strategies, I am an awesome speaker, has got as an affirmation, has got something solid it can build on. You've worked some preparation in there. You've put some techniques and strategies in there. The affirmation can hook onto that and grow and get to the point where you can say, I am an awesome speaker. I am great. I know my subject. I can do this, because now you've got solid foundation. If you're going to be worried about getting stage fright or blank, make sure that you prepare your presentation. Remind yourself that you know how to do this. You know your subject. So give yourself dot points. Do some practice. So again, it's got fertile ground, solid foundations that affirmation can hook on and grow and work for you. Affirmations and preparation. Affirmations and techniques and strategies. Affirmations and practice. They go hand in hand. When you do all of that as a holistic approach, those affirmations are going to be awesome. They're going to help you control your stress. They're going to help you to be a much better person, to be able to change your habit, to grow, to be the success you want to be. Affirmations, strategies, fertile ground, practice, belief in yourself. Yes, you knew I was going to bring that in because it is fundamental. You believe in yourself. Those affirmations are going to reinforce that belief. They're going to give you the confidence. Affirmations reinforce. They're not magic, people. They're not magic, but they reinforce where you want to be. Reinforce the change that you want to do in your habits, in your personal growth. Absolutely awesome when you use them like that. And absolutely awesome in helping you to support you through a stressful situation. And as you grow and you own them and you get that confidence because it's working. You've got the positive thoughts and the confidence builds, the positive thoughts build, everything supports that. Then you've got less anxiety. You're starting to control the future anxiety, and you find you won't get as stressed. Will you get nervous? Well, if we're talking about speaking, yes, you will get nervous. As an introvert going into a network meeting, I get nervous. Tell you what, I get nervous going into speaking to strangers, but I don't get stressed. That is the key. Nervousness is okay. Stress isn't. Too much stress and it overwhelms you. It stops you from growth. It prevents you from grabbing opportunities. Pulls you down. So when you put the affirmations with the positive thoughts, with the solid foundations or fertile ground of techniques, strategies, personal growth, enhancing your skills, self-belief, when you put those together with that, you're a holistic approach, then you are absolutely now working towards being all you can, to being able to be nervous, which is fine, and not stressed, which is not what you want, because stress blocks you. Nerves, you can work with. You can turn it into charisma. You can turn it into energy to keep moving. Stress overwhelms you, blocks you from reaching out to people, blocks you from opportunities, pulls you down. You don't want that. So what I've shared with you are 3 ways to really get those affirmations working with you to be able to support you in times of stress, so you can work through that and have a better framework for future situations. Know your negative thoughts. Know that enemy. Write them down. Know all the negative thoughts that are impacting on your stress for that particular situation. And it'll be different for every situation. Turn those negatives into positive. Replace each negative thought with a positive thought. If you're having trouble thinking about situations where you've got a positive thought, talk to people. Let them reflect back to you on your positivity, on the things that you can do, the skills that you have, things you've done well. Let them reflect that back to you and own that. Work on your self-belief. That is always there on that side issue. The more you believe in yourself, the more confident you are. The more confident you are, the more you can work those affirmations and hook them in as a holistic approach. Keep your affirmations realistic. They are not magic. They have to be built on a solid foundation, or if you want, a fertile field. When you've got all that in place, affirmations are freaking awesome. They do change you. They do put you in a frame of mind where things can happen for you. And that's what they are. They're a framework that changes your state, that interrupts things that are going on, that help you to be the person you want. So there's my challenge to you for the week. Think about the stressful situations that you might be trying to cope with and use those steps to then be able to write some affirmations which are going to trigger the positive thoughts, affirmations which are going to keep you out of that situation, changing the state and allowing you to grow. So think about that. That's my challenge for the week. You've been watching Empowered Mums TV. I'm Trish Springsteen, your guest expert, a creative business consultant. I'm Australia's leading expert in empowering introverts. I'm a multi-international mentor, award-winning mentor, and I'm a Get No Be Seen specialist. I help you to showcase your business, to be more visible, to make it easy for your clients to find you. And I work with you to have the confidence and self-belief to make speaking easy so you can connect with those clients and speak about your business. Most specifically, I'm here every Monday evening, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, as your guest expert on Empowered Mums TV. Until next Monday, think about affirmations and how they can help you work through the stressful situations that come up in your life and in your business. Bye for now.